All right, so today we're starting this unit on statistics. Now, it sounds like something big and hard, and it's really not. It does get big and hard. I know that when my kids took it in high school, they weren't very happy taking it because it was pretty hard. But what we're going to do right now is not super difficult for you. But statistics is one of the most practical things that we do, believe it or not, because people use statistics all the time to tell you things or to convince you of things usually. You know, they'll say 9 out of 10 dentists recommend this kind of toothpaste. Things like that. They use statistics all the time. And so sometimes those statistics are designed to make you make a certain choice. And they can be used to give you accurate information, and they can also be used to mislead you. So understanding statistics is really important. So we're going to start by talking about some measures. So our first section is on mean, median, mode, and range. And I bet you guys have heard of mean, median, and mode, correct? How many people have heard of range before? Yeah, usually not a whole lot, but range is not difficult at all. So we're going to get to that in just a second. So if you'll look on the front of yours, we have, this is on the inside, isn't it? Yeah, look on the inside of yours. We have two different kinds of measures. We have things that are called measures of center. What that means is those things find where the center of the numbers are. So, for instance, the mean is the average of those numbers. You can think, mean is not that, at least in this context, that word is not one that we use very often to talk about average of something. But that's all it is. It's the average age. So if we added up all the ages of everyone in here, divided it by the number of people, we would get the average age of people in this room. That's all that is. Mean is just average. Median is the one in the middle when you put them in order. So if we put you all in order from the shortest person to the tallest person, the one in the middle would be the median. The median height would be the person that's in the middle. And mode is the one that's most common or most repeated. And we'll get to that in just a second. Then we have, so these are measures of center. These all have to do with where the middle of the data is. Now, measures of variability talk about how they differ. So range is the difference between the biggest one and the smallest one. So it has to do with how they differ. And then there's something called interquartile range that we'll get to later. So we're just going to know that that is a measure of variability. So let's go straight into some definitions. So the first one is mean. Okay, so when you see mean, I want you to think of the word average. Give me just a second. Here we go. Think average. So write this on your paper. Mean is the average. Okay? Now, here's the how-to. Ready? You add up all the numbers and divide by the number of numbers. You add up all the numbers and divide by the number of numbers. Okay? So let's do that. We have this set of numbers, 5, 12, 54, 24, and 5 again. Okay? So first we're going to add up those numbers. So I'm just going to make a column here real quick. 5, 12, 54, 24, and 5. So we have 10, 18, 20. That's what I get. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Did y'all get 100? Yeah. Okay. So when we add them up, we get 100. Now, are we finished? Is that the average? No, that's not the mean or the average because we have to divide it by the number of numbers we added. How many numbers did we have? Good. So we have 100. Write this down so you'll remember how to do it, okay? 100 divided by 5 is 20. So the average of those numbers, or the mean of those numbers, is 20. Okay, so for the median, I want you to think middle. So the median is the number in the middle. Okay, if there are two numbers in the middle, it says, find the mean of them. So in other words, if there are two numbers in the middle, you're going to add them and divide by 2. Okay, so let's do the how-to. The first step is the most important. As a matter of fact, I would underline this. Because if you forget this part, you will get the wrong answer. You must put the numbers in order. Least to greatest or greatest to least. Doesn't matter. I generally tend to put them least to greatest because that's easiest for me. But you have to put them in order to find the one that's in the middle. And then you simply find the one that's in the middle. All right, so let's put our 5 numbers in order from least to greatest. So what's the smallest?
5.
And then the next one? 5 again. Good. And then, good.
24. 54.
Okay, that's it. That's our numbers in order. Now, you may have been taught all different kinds of ways to find the one in the middle, but I would encourage you not to cross off numbers. If you were taught to cross them off, it's not wrong, but we're going to do something later that if you start crossing off numbers, it's going to mess you up. So here's what I normally do. I just normally put a dot underneath the smallest number and the biggest number, and I keep putting dots. Some people connect them like this. That can be fine as long as you don't have like 100 numbers. Then it can be a little bit tricky. And then once I get to the middle, there's nothing to match it with. That's my middle number. Okay? Another way that you could do it is to count how many numbers you have and then figure out what's halfway between them. So if I have 5 numbers, halfway between would be 2.5, so that would really be the number in the middle, right? So the third number would be the number in the middle. So that's another way to look at it. Okay, so next we have mode and range. So for mode, think most often. Hang on. Waiting for my pen to come up. There we go. You can think most often, most frequent, most repeated. All of those are the same thing. So mode, most. Now, your hint is there can be no mode. In other words, there's nothing that's repeated. That's called no mode. That's not zero mode. Or there can be more than one mode. In other words, if we have numbers that are repeated the same number of times, then we have more than one mode. Okay? So it says for our how-to, find the number that repeats the most times. Repeats the most times. So here we have a set of numbers, 5, 12, 54, 24, 5. What's repeated the most times? 5. So 5 is our mode. That's the easy one. All we have to do is look at it. Now, let me show you this. Don't write this, just watch. So let's say I changed my set of numbers and it looked like this. I had another 24. What would the mode be now? What would it be? It would be both 5 and 24. There would be 2 modes. Do you see that? Now watch this. If I added this and I have another 5, now how many 5s do I have? 3. And how many 24s do I have? 2. So what's the mode now? Only 5. Does that make sense? So whatever's repeated the most times, just because it's repeated does not make it a mode. It has to be repeated the most number of times. Okay? Now let's say, just do one more thing. Let's say that my list did not include that. What's my mode now? No mode. Very good. Not 0, because that would mean that 0 was the most repeated number. But it's not 0, it's just no mode. Very good. All right. Now, let's go to our last one, which is range. Okay? So range, I want you to think difference. For range, you're just going to think difference. For your how-to, you're going to subtract the smallest and the biggest numbers. So in other words, you find the smallest number, you find the biggest number, and you subtract. So our biggest number is, hello? 54. And our smallest number is 5. Please write this on your paper so you have it, okay? When you look back over these, you'll remember what we did. So 54 minus 5 gives us 49. Our range is 49. It's just the difference or subtracting the biggest minus the smallest. Okay? All right, so as we do this together, let's write the numbers in order from least to greatest. So when you copy them on your paper, you can actually just copy them in order. So our smallest number is 0. Then next we have a 1, 1. Then we have a, and then a, yep. And then a, and then a, and then a. Very good.
Isn't the median supposed to be first?
Now, let me explain one thing to you really quickly about when you rewrite numbers. One of the biggest mistakes, and we're going to get to some long lists a little bit later, but one of the biggest mistakes that happens is people leave a number off. So always get in the habit of counting how many numbers were in the original list and how many are in your list. If you do that, you probably have copied all of them correctly. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in the original list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in my list, okay? So I know that I have copied them all. Because most of the time when people bring me one of these that they have the incorrect answer, that's what happened, was they forgot to copy a number. Okay, so let's start with, and it doesn't matter which order we do these in, but let's just start with mode, because mode is pretty easy. What is the mode of these set of numbers?
3. Wait, no.
Is there more than one mode? Yeah, they are what? Good, because there are 2 3s and 2 5s. So our mode is 3 and 5. So put both of them. Okay, what is the range? Good, so we take our biggest number, 11, subtract our smallest number, 0. That's 11, so our range is 11. Okay, median is the number in the middle. How many total numbers do we have again? 7. What would be the middle of those? The fourth number, right? The fourth number would be the middle? Okay, so 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. The middle number is the 3. And then the last one is the mean. And it does not matter how you add your numbers up. So I'm just going to add, like these 3 go together and that makes 7. Those 2 go together and that makes 10 and then 11. You can add them any way you want to. I just added those up. So, that should be a 1. Wait, that's not a carry at all. Sorry, y'all. I just put the answer. So I got 28 when I added them, but what do I have to do? Divide by 7. So 28 divided by 7 is 4. So the mean, or the average, is 4. Write this list of numbers. I would start by just writing them in order, but I'm only asking you to find the median of this set of numbers. So when you found the median, raise your hand. All right, so my question is, what makes this median different than the last median we did? What's different about it? We have an even number of numbers. Okay, if you wrote it correctly, there were 8 numbers here, there are 8 numbers here in your new list. That means that the median of these numbers is between the 4th and 5th numbers, because half of 8 is 4. So the median is between these 2 numbers. Now, there are a couple of ways we can do this, but let's start with the official way. So our median is right in between here. So it says to add 5 plus 7, that's 12. And then we're going to divide by what? 2, because that's 2 numbers, 6. So our median is 6. It's not 1 in our list of numbers. There's another way that you can look at it with 2. Okay, so this is the mathematical way, which is always correct. But on an easy one like this, I'll just tell you what I do. I go, what's halfway in between 5 and 7? 6. Now, if you have like 183 and 495, it's probably easier to just add and divide by 2. But when you have something simple like this, you can just look at it and say, what's halfway in between those two numbers? Because it means the same thing. So our median is halfway in between those two numbers, or 6.